Good morning, everybody. Super excited that you're here today. I'm going to give it just a minute for people to join. But not super long because I don't want to bore those that are watching this after it's live. Isn't that the worst, to be waiting for people to go live when you're watching it as a recording? Oh, so I am adding the new host code to our chat window. I know I am doing this a little bit early in the day, but I have to say that I'm pretty excited about it. And I think that it's going to be awesome to do this a little bit earlier, and people can always enjoy the recording later. Okay, so what are we doing here today? What is this? Hi, Pink Star. Okay, so every month I feature some sort of a giveaway for anybody who purchases $50 or more from me using the current host code. The current host code is currently listed in the chat if you're watching that, and I will add it below this video when the video is finished. What is a host code? It's nothing more than a code that you add when you're placing your order online and checking out that lets me be able to give away free product. That's all it is. So if you can't add the host code, or if you can't figure it out, that's okay. I can add it later for you. But it really does help me out if you can add it. All right. So hello in Indiana. So I'm going to jump right in and show you what the freebies are for the month of November. Now, this promotion will run all the way through November 22nd. This is an offer only exclusive through me, Wendy Cranford. This is not an offer that is through Stampin' Up. Hello in Pennsylvania. So I just want to make you very aware of that. All right, so we're going to jump right in here. These are the cards we're going to make. This is part of a kit. So everybody who places a $50 order or more will receive the Pool Party Stampin' Blends markers, which are now available today to purchase, by the way. All the Stampin' Blends are available to purchase, and they're wonderful. And you will get a coloring kit. So your kit will come like this, except you won't have stamped images. And it'll come like this in a packet with all the goodies, and then you can watch this video for the instructions on how to assemble them. Hey, Raquel. Okay, so here's what the cards look like when they're finished. They are so cute, and they have these coordinating envelopes that just make them to die for, in my humble opinion. This is adorable, the little birds. And then we have the flowers and this cool, I love the gold foiling on the edges of the envelopes. And then this is my favorite for sure. Okay, so there's photos on my blog as well featuring these. This is the Color Me Happy stamp set. You can actually purchase this project kit and the Color Me Happy set if you want all of these, because this kit actually makes 4, help me out, Raquel, 4 of each of these. Sorry. Yes, 4 of each design. So if you purchase the entire kit and the stamp set, you can make 4 of each of these cards versus just 1. But if you place an order with me, you'll get 1 coloring kit. So you'll be able to make 1 of each. You still would need to purchase the stamp set. Okay, I'm going to set this aside so I can look at the picture. And I've already stamped all my images because I really just wanted to focus on the coloring and assembly. In fact, we may not even be able to assemble all of these, but we're going to try. So let's set aside our coloring pieces here. Love the little gold foil on all this stuff. We're going to start with the thank you card. So I'm just going to go through and get all the pieces out that I need for that card. And that's what you would do when you get the kit. So here's my card base. And I'm going to use my bone folder to fold it. And grab some fast fuse adhesive and stick this down in the middle. You could pop this up if you wanted to, but I'm going to pop up the thank you, so I'm not going to worry about popping up this piece. All right, so let's get to do some coloring. So the Pool Party Stampin' Blends are the ones that you will get for free when you place a minimum purchase of $50. Whenever you use the alcohol-based markers, you want to use them on paper because they will bleed through, and that is good. You want them to bleed through, but if there's not paper underneath to absorb the bleed through, then the ink will push back through the paper you're coloring on, and it will bleed out through your paper. So that's a little tip for you with alcohol markers. You always want something, any alcohol marker, you always want a piece of paper or even a stack of paper underneath wherever you're coloring, because otherwise you're going to risk running outside the lines. Now I am just using my light Pool Party color here to color in the thank you sentiment. And then I'm going to use my dark along the bottom to add some shading, kind of give it an ombre look. Hoping you can see this okay. How was everybody's Halloween? Anyone get lots of trick-or-treaters? Now, normally I would speed this coloring up if I was doing a normal video so that you wouldn't have to sit through it. But I can't do that with a live video. So you're going to get to see how long it actually takes to do this stuff here. So then I'm just kind of going over the darker area at the bottom and blending it into the lighter area. And the tip with alcohol markers that's really great is to just kind of let things sit, because as it absorbs into the paper and blends, it will look even better. So you kind of don't want to rush it, is what I'm getting at. So now I've got the pumpkin pie blends, and I'm using the light one first, and I'm barely touching the tip of this marker to the paper. And that's something else. There's another tip for you on using these markers. You really want to just barely touch when you're doing small stuff. A lot of people I've heard complain of things bleeding, the ink bleeding out, and it's simply because they're using too strong of a touch when they're using their markers. Okay. All right, so to create a nice shadow, oh, Raquel says that she had a ton of both candy and trick-or-treaters. That's awesome. I'm going to use my dark Night of Navy marker and go in underneath. Now this, I have to be careful. When I was doing my pool party, I wasn't very careful because I knew it didn't matter if it went over into this area that I'm coloring now. Sorry about my dogs barking. I'm gonna shut my door here so that we don't hear him as much. Okay, hopefully that will dull his bark. So what I was saying is that now I have to be super careful because I don't want to go outside the lines, and I don't want to go into the pool party because it will mess up this effect of having this nice dark shadow. I really love this stamp, this thank you sentiment. So pretty. I really love this stamp set in general. It's got some really cool images. Okay, I'm almost done. All right, so no one else is responding and telling me how their Halloween was. Only Raquel. And we're almost finished. Can you guys see the light at the end of the tunnel? This is so hard for me to just randomly talk to you about stuff because I'm used to cutting all of this. Like if I was recording a regular video and doing this coloring, this is the part that I would speed up to like 4 times its normal speed. So it would take me like 2 seconds. I can't do that when I'm live. Okay. Phew, that was stressful. All right, now I'm going to add dimensionals to the back of this. I hope this isn't too boring for you guys watching me sit and color. Hi, Karen in the Sunshine State. All right, so there is card number 1, and it has this awesome envelope to go with it. Okay, and I think that because of time, this is going to take us a really long time. So I'm probably going to only do a couple cards. And then you can rely on the images for putting them all together. So we're going to do the birds because I feel like they have valuable coloring tips. So one of the things I like to do is cover my entire image with the lightest color when I'm doing alcohol markers, when I'm using alcohol markers. I find that this kind of moistens the paper and then allows for blending to happen. So let's see, we're gonna go in here. All right, so let's talk about the Stampin' Blends. You can purchase the entire set of Stampin' Blends for $121 right now. They are on sale, or they're not on sale. I'm sorry, that's not a sale price. They are available to purchase is what I was trying to say. So you can now purchase these markers. They're $121 if you want to get the entire set, or they're $9 for each pair. So if you just wanted to get the pink pirouette color and a few of them just to see if you're going to like them, then I would say get a couple and go from there. You're going to get the pool party set free from me when you place a $50 minimum purchase. So that's awesome. And then they are not refillable. So even if you were to purchase the whole set of Stampin' Blends and get the pool party set free from me, that's fine. You can just save one set and tuck it away and use it at a later time when your other ones run out. So I've been asked why they're not refillable, and the answer to that is that my guess, because I don't work at Stampin' Up's office, so I'm not absolutely sure, but my guess is twofold. One, I'm going to guess that Stampin' Up wants to see how these are received. If people purchase them and it's something that Stampin' Up's going to keep around, then I can see them adding colors and adding ink to fill them with. Although I could also see them not doing that, not adding ink, because they are a really inexpensive price point. So for $9, you can get 2 markers, where like a Copic marker, for example, would be $6.50 to $12 for 1 marker. And then the refill is an additional $6.50 to $7. So it's possible that they are wanting to just be able to sell the markers and not worry about refills. So either one of those options is what I'm thinking is why they didn't make a refill for them, because they're a pretty low price point. And I gotta tell you, they are like crazy juicy. So I really don't foresee them running out, the ink running out very quickly. I think it will be definitely an ink that lasts. So, okay, we're going to assemble this one. You're going to need some of your baker's twine. And okay, I can never tie something that's loose from a card. So what we're going to do is I'm going to make it long enough to tie around, and then I'm going to grab my Stampin' Dimensionals, and I put my dimensionals over the twine to hold it in place. And I always got to put a dimensional in the middle so we don't have any sagging. Unlike my own personal self, I sag all over the place. I don't know about you guys. I tell you what, I'm 36 and I can definitely see a difference between 36 and 26. I'll tell you that right now. Okay, so we're preventing. I wish I could have a dimensional to prevent my sagging. Is that the greatest? Would that be wonderful? Okay, so Raquel is saying, she's asking a real question, not anything about trying to hold up anything sagging with a dimensional. So thank you, Raquel, for just bringing me right back in. So yes, Raquel, you need to store them on their sides. That is a good tip. All right, they do blend well. Denise said they look to blend smoothly. They do. They blend really well. So some of you may or may not remember the Stampin' Blendabilities that we had a while back. And there was a little bit of a debacle with those because there was some manufacturing issues. So Stampin' Up! Pulled the product, and now we have these guys. And I've got to tell you, they learned their lesson. They fixed all kinds of stuff. The blendabilities had some issues. And so these alcohol markers are fantastic. They blend well. My only complaint about them is that I don't have more colors. I would really love if we had more colors. So buy them, FYI, buy them so they will make more colors. If these do really well, they will probably extend the line, would be my guess. But if nobody buys them, they're not gonna, I mean, why would you do that? If you owned a company, right? Why would you make more of something that doesn't sell? That doesn't make any sense. So let's hope and pray that they sell really well and that Stampin' Up! Goes, well, by George, we're gonna make more of those. Okay, so here's my little sentiment that would go right here. And it is oh, look, I do have my ink in here. How awesome am I right now? Woohoo! Okay, good. Here's my little tip. I thought I didn't bring my ink in this room with me. So for those of you that don't know, I don't film in the same room that I craft in. So I don't have all my supplies sitting next to me. Oh my gosh, Heidi, I used all 100 dimensionals on my body and it still sagged. That's awesome. Okay, so here's how we do this. This is my tip for this sentiment, because for whatever reason, Stampin' Up! Made this not a photopolymer set. So leave it upside down, ink it up, take your paper, line it up on one end and drop it. and then push it down on the stamp and then pull it straight back up. Look, awesome possum. You can see it's off a little bit right there. That's okay. That's okay. Just take your snippy doos and snip it. All right, let's keep going. All right, before I wrap this card up, shall we continue? Do you guys want to see the other cards, or are you done? Are you bored of me? Okay, this also has sequins that would go here, but I don't have them in this kit or in this room. So just pretend like you can see beautiful sequins. Oh, look at the beautiful sequins. All right, here is the envelope that goes with this card. How beautiful is that? The little leaves. And check it, people. Look what you could do. You could totes go in with a marker and color the leaves. You could just do a few of them randomly. That's what I'm going to do. And I'm just using the bullet point. Great. Another great thing about these markers, there's a bullet tip. What I call it a bullet point. I don't know what it's really called. What do they call it on here? They probably call it like a fine tip or something. I don't know. I call it a bullet tip. And so I've colored just a few in. All right. So there's the card and envelope. Awesome. I did get a little bleed through right there. So FYI, if that's going to bother you, don't do what I just did. All right. Moving right along, because you people say you want to stick around and stay with me. So I'm just going to keep going. Okay, where's my bone folder? Here it is. I love this card. This is my favorite. So check out this. This amazing gold foil stuff came in this kit, and it came on a roll, but it's got a backing. So I was able to just cut it. And so I'm able to provide everybody one. I'm able to provide every kit with some of this awesome gold foil. So you can use it wherever you want on the card. In fact, it needs to be shorter. So you even have a little extra if you want, probably even a little shorter than that. Let's see. Here's the panel. Yep. Let's go shorter. Okay. Before I went live here with you guys, I was watching a movie called The Whole Truth. Has anybody seen this movie? I'd never heard of it, and I was watching it, and it has Keanu Reeves, who, by the way, my sister-in-law has the biggest crush on. She has the same crush on Keanu Reeves that I have on The Rock. Just saying. And I think Keanu Reeves is not attractive. I don't think he is attractive, and his voice is annoying. But he's a heck of an actor, I got to tell you. So Teresa says, I have the old blendabilities that I bought from the wonderful Katina Martinez. Yes, she is wonderful. Are they pretty much the same except for 2 tones rather than 3? No, they are alcohol markers, Teresa, but they are different. They are much better quality and they blend better, in my opinion. They don't have any of the issues that blendabilities had. So I think they work great with Whisper White cardstock, which was one of my huge complaints with the blendabilities, is that they didn't seem to soak into the Whisper White cardstock like they should. These do. FYI, you need to use Whisper White thick cardstock. Thick, please. Do not use the skinny stuff. It will not be as good. So there you saw I used the light Pool Party all over. Then I went in with the dark Pool Party just on the edges, and I'm just going to leave it like that. I'm not even going to blend it because it'll sit on that paper and it's going to blend together. So back to The Rock and Keanu Reeves. It's the important things we're talking about here today on Stamping with Wendy. So yes, I'm not a Keanu Reeves fan per se. I don't hate the guy. But I'm not like, oh gosh, he's so hot, yummy, yummy. However, he popped up in my Amazon Prime movie feed with this movie called whatever it was, The Whole Truth. And it's good. I'm halfway through it and it's really good. You guys should watch it. I think I was supposed to blend the opposite direction. Too much talking about boys. This is the same problem I had in school. Talked about boys and never got my work done and did things wrong. Going back in with my light because that needed a little bit of love. And then we got to stamp another lantern. Okay, actually a couple. So we're going to use Memento Tuxedo black ink. Some people say they've had fine luck with the archival ink from Stampin' Up. I would not recommend it for this. I would recommend Memento Tuxedo black ink. You can use the archival ink. I think that it causes some extra bleeding and it does take a little bit extra time to dry. It's not as instantaneous as Memento ink. Okay, so Teresa, yes, I would definitely get these markers. Absolutely. I would not. Plus, the thing with the blendabilities is once they go out, you're done because we don't have replacements for those. So there's that whole thing. Okay, so now I'm stuck coloring these lanterns the same way I colored this lantern. Otherwise, it's going to look like my light's weird and stuff. So I'm just stuck. Whatever. It's fine. So you can see how like crazy I'm being. I'm actually even going out of the lines a little bit here and there. It's okay. I got all wrapped up in boy talk. And then now I'm just, you're losing me, people. You're losing me. Okay, so yes, I agree with Raquel. She said Mark Wahlberg is a cutie. Yep, he's definitely on the list of cuties. Totally agree. So if you know me, if you follow me on social media at all, you know I have a small obsession with The Rock, Dwayne The Rock Johnson. And it's, you know, I can't help it. It's a problem. It is. And it's not just that he's hot, people. It's that he is just a purely inspirational guy. And I have been following him and liked him way before he was this popular. I don't know what's happened, but everybody's jumping on the Rock bandwagon. And I just want it on the record that I've been a fan for a long time. I'm just going to say. Oh, you know what? I needed to, and in fact, the wrestling days, people, the wrestling days is when I first became friends with The Rock and we started hanging out was back then. So, you know, we're tight. We've been friends since then. Okay. So we are going to now add our little pop-up. Oh, you don't want to use these on watercolor paper. So Raquel just asked, Raquel just asked, I'm laughing at her because she, okay, first then she said small because I said I have a small obsession with The Rock, which is basically her way of saying that my obsession is probably legit, like I need to see somebody, but whatevs, don't judge. And Heidi's concurring. So, you know, there's that. Okay. So anyway, y'all are throwing me under the bus on my live video. Who does that to somebody? I'm telling you, these people are my friends. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to add some adhesive to the top back of this. Well, you know, my dream would be to make cards to stamp with Ellen and The Rock at the same time. I'm just saying. Could you imagine? It would be amazing. Like if I could teach a class to anybody, I would freaking love to teach a class to The Rock and Ellen at the same time. Don't you think that they would love it? I mean, I could see The Rock could make a card for his baby mama, Laura, and Ellen could make a card for Portia or one of her dogs, possibly. I just, whatever. They would like it. I know they would. Okay. So there's that. So Bambi Lynn posted they both rock. Yes, that is true. All right, so now we need the sentiment. We've got our little piece of pool party here. And I got my stamp set. Got to get my ink back out. Should have just stamped all this stuff at the same time. What was I thinking? The celebrate. Here we go. Celebrate. All right. They're trying to friend-intervention me. Friend-intervention. Leave me alone. I like living in La La Land. Okay, here we go. Celebrate whatever you want. Celebrate being a crazy rock fan. Thank you. And good night. Okay, here's the envelope that goes with it. How cute is that? I know you want this for free if you're watching, and you can totally get it free with a $50 minimum purchase, and you get a set of blendabilities. Oh my God, I just call them blendabilities. Stampin' Blends. I wonder how many times I'm going to do that. Not many, because Stampin' will probably be calling me. You better stop that, lady. They got bigger fish to fry than worrying about me. Okay. This was tricky. I screwed it up on the other card. Let me show you. Where's it at? Oh no, I did this one right. Oh, okay, I know, because I had to do it a different way. I'm going to show you because I screwed it up the first time I did it. Here we go. This is going to take forever to color, people. It's a long one. So first thing I did was just color. We're going to do it down and dirty. Let's do down and dirty, shall we? I'm coloring the center only. See that I'm not going all the way to the edge. The reason is I want the edge to be really light. So if I cover this with ink, the way alcohol markers work is the more layers you put on, the darker it's going to get. So I'm trying to avoid putting any layers on the outside because I want it to be really, really light. So I'm going to color the center with the dark, and I'm just going to pop in some of the dark randomly on edges here. I am not worrying about any sort of a light source as far as I'm not worrying about anything, frankly. I'm just coloring. Popping in some color, a little bit of color here, a little bit of color there. Color, color, color. Okay. Same here. All right, there it is. Now, what we're going to do is go back in and I'm going backwards. I'm starting at the outer edge and going out, kind of blending in the center, but I'm still not coloring the entire flower. I'm staying away from those edges because I want it to have a little bit of a highlight. Now I'm doing this super fast, and my coloring on the other one is much better than this one. I'm not going to lie. Not even going to lie. But see, then like the petals that are recessed, that are underneath, just go in with a little bit of darkness, and it will recess them more. It will make them look like they're in the background. Are you guys writing into me and I'm not paying any attention to you? I'm sure you are. Now you could go real crazy with this and just color, 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 but I'm not. That's it. I'm done with this. I love Bambi Lynn said, there is help for you with your rock problem, but why? Girl, I'm with you. Why? Nobody needs to fix that problem. It's fine. My husband knows all about it. In fact, it's so bad that when the Baywatch movie first released, which BTW, it's a horrible movie, but who cares? Because half the movie is Zac Efron and The Rock with their shirt off. Okay, so when that movie first came out on like when the first preview, is that what those are called? The previews aired like on YouTube or whatever. My husband texted me the preview and he was like, hey, did you see this today? This is how bad it is. Even my husband is involved in like supporting my problem. Trailer. That's the word, trailer. It could be a preview too. Can it? I think it can. I'm going to say yes, it can. But yeah, he messaged it to me and was like, sent me the text with the link to the video and said, here is the trailer for the Baywatch movie. Have you seen this? To which I replied, have I seen this? Really? I watched him make the movie on his Instagram. Okay? Please. I love it when people try to tell me my rock business because I already know. I already know. All right. So we're going to use the So Happy For You sentiment. The great thing about this stamp set and this kit is you only need black ink. So hello, what a fantastic, this would make a great Christmas gift for somebody who likes to color. You could buy them the whole project kit, buy them a few of the Stampin' blends, and they would be able to make cards for days. How fun is that? Great Christmas present. Okay, this card again is supposed to have sequins all over it, and I don't have them in here with me, so they're not here. Pretend, pretend, pretend. There it is, and there's the envelope. So let's look at the ones that have all the little embellishments, which your kit will come with if you place the order with me. Oh my gosh, Heidi, that's hysterical. Okay, so you got this cute little tassel, but see all these little stars? Those were all added in, and that will come in your kit. This one has the pretty sequins all over it. Sequins, sequins. And this one has the pretty sequins added. And this one has nothing because that sentiment alone is fantastic. So there it is, my friends. 4 awesome cards. And I did these all in 30 minutes with my blends. And here's the ones you actually need to finish this kit. Okay. So let's say you're like, you know what? I just want to get the ones that I need to do this kit. That's it. You're looking at them. Look at that. That's it. You need the pink pirouette, the pool party, which you're going to get free with a $50 purchase from me, and the pumpkin pie. These are the 3 sets you need to do all of these cards. How awesome is that? Plus you need the stamp set. Okay, because again, your kit will not come with the stamped images. So you do need that stamp set. Let me verify that you can just purchase the stamp set by itself. I don't know if you can. Let's find out. Stampin' Blends. Okay, yes, you can. I am going to put a link to it in our comments. Here it comes. Are you ready? So if you just want to purchase the stamp set, if you wanted to be able to finish this whole kit, all you would need is the stamp set, these two, if you place a $50 minimum purchase, because you're going to get this for free and these for free. So these would be free. So you would need to purchase this plus a few more items to make a $50 order. All right. All the links for everything are listed below the video in the description. This offer is good till November 22nd. I hope you have a phenomenal day. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I had the best time, and I always do whenever we do a live hangout. Super fun. Okay, so don't forget to place your order with me by November 22nd, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.